Hello, welcome to this Lord of the Flies A-star style guide to help you with your English Literature GCSE. In this guide, we're looking at how you can help yourself to achieve an A-star by exploring the author's intentions and the reader's response. Now don't forget, A-stars don't come for any one thing, they come for a fantastic essay. But this is another tool that you can use to help you to hit that grade. So, we're going to use this as an example question. What is the importance of Piggy in Lord of the Flies? It's the kind of question that most of us would get really excited about because it's a really easy one, but sometimes that makes it harder to hit that band 6, that very top, that A-star. What we're going to be thinking about is this. Remember, the characters are not real. Ralph, Piggy, Jack, Roger, Simon, all of them were created by William Golding for a reader to read about and to understand. So we have to be careful not to write about them as though they're real people. Instead, what we're going to do is explore the relationship between the reader and the writer. And to do this, we need to remember that we need to use their names, the reader's and the writer's names, as well as the names of the characters. It sounds complicated, it's really not. Here's an example. So remember, question, what is the importance of Piggy in Lord of the Flies? There he is. Okay, here's our example answer. Piggy is an important character as he represents the rational boundaries of the adult world. Killer point. Piggy muttered the name to himself and then shouted it to Ralph, who was not interested because he was still blowing. Piggy immediately recognises the importance of taking a register of who is present on the island. However, as happens to him often, he is ignored. The word shouted suggests that he is emphasising the importance of establishing order and civilization. However, Ralph's lack of interest introduces the impossibility of achieving this. It's a great answer. I'd immediately be thinking this is an A-grade response. I'm happy with this. However, look, Piggy immediately recognises, well, Piggy's not a real person. Ralph's lack of interest, Ralph isn't a real person. I have no sense of the reader or the writer in this response. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to introduce two extra things. I'm going to introduce the word Golding, the writer's name, and I'm going to refer to the reader deliberately as the reader, the relationship between these two. It's a small change, but look what it does to our paragraph. Here's that same paragraph again with the changes in red. Golding shows that Piggy is an important character. Golding deliberately emphasises that it is Piggy who immediately recognises the importance. However, the reader notices that, as happens to him often, he is ignored. Golding's use of the word shouting, however, then uses Ralph's lack of interest to introduce to the reader. These are tiny, tiny changes. The answer is nearly identical, but I've totally changed the tone of it by adding the words Golding, by talking about the reader, and therefore exploring the relationship between the two. This on its own doesn't get you an A-star. You do this repeatedly as part of an A-star answer and you are on course. So here's our recap. Small change, big impact. Use the author's name, refer to the reader explicitly. The characters themselves are not real, so you're exploring instead the relationship between the reader and the writer, and you're using their names too. Don't forget about them. Good luck.